gives us, but the CTs. Oh, look at Kaspersky. That's a good try, though. Spell on right place, right time as he draws first blood on land. 30 seconds left on the clock as NateU finds a frag, but he needs to stay alive while his teammates rotate. Red Star cuts off one. It's a one-man advantage for the Bulgarian side as they're planting the bomb uncontested. It's going to have to be a man-down retake for ENCE.
Yeah, absolutely. And Red Star, he's already clotheslined Glaive on the way through the murder hole. NateU, though, finding impact from this ticket position, his second frag so far, absolutely still knows that there's somebody towards ramp. Rainwaker, though, has an opportunity, sees NateU. Oh, yeah, he's got him hook, line, and sinker, even spraying down from the triple position, and he's lost control of the Glock, but so has Pody. Knifes out on land. No way, buddy. The finish hopper will easily clear him out, and now another knife out. He finds Purchase, and that's it. Red Star gets a knife kill in the first round of our series on land, and that's too much time passed. The man with impact, he is absolutely gonna keep 500.
First round goes to the hand of 500, ends on a force by 500, expecting that, at least in terms of a buy, but the SMG's doing damage as they find a two-man advantage.
Crazy stuff from NateU in particular on the MP9. You should expect this by now if you're going up against ENCE. Miraculous sprays through the smoke, still enough for damage, but nothing else for Pody. Worth pointing out, I mean, the SMGs have been so money here for ENCE in their force buy victories. They very
easy to salvage for the Bulgarian side. They got still 5 targets left on their feet. Only Glaive tagged up. That's also a big factor. Cirque, not a chance. Not a hope against the Frenchman as NateU decapitates him. And only one remain. Oxygen, not today. Good only for one as ENCE tie up the scoreline. They got a pretty good looking upgrade in their hands as they have 3T rifles now as 500 try to swarm the site. There's the P250 in the hand of Spellin that manages to find the trade. Still a lot of work left to be done for the Bulgarian side as the CTs are rotating back. They're going to need to plant the bomb, and they're going to do just that. And let's see if ENCE is capable to do the retake as NateU doubles up. Only Rainwaker and Cirque with those Tech 9s on long distance. Not going to have a lot of luck with that, and utility raining in, smoke already on the bomb, and angles covered as Rainwaker dies. Cirque knows this is a lost battle, a lost cause, and he wants to save what he's got. He's gonna get the loss bonus, so that's something. He's gonna have a little bit of money, or rather a little bit of equipment to do some damage in the next round, but ENCE really firing back strong. Pody's gonna get tested. He sees the player on stairs. SDY might be the first point of contact, but Pody pixel perfect. As now things are not looking so easy, but with SDY dead, it's a 3-on-3, and the bomb site is in the hands of 500. They pick up the bomb and they're gonna plant it. It's gonna be another retake test for ENCE. They have the kits. They have a few pieces of utility as well, so this still could be a chance for them to claim the round. But good post-plant positioning from 500 as Red Star does some damage, but takes 2 dinks in his dome. 2 Bulgarians left alive, and they're gonna try and stop this defuse. Only touching it, but spell it through the smoke. Oh, that's a good hit. And now might be in trouble, but scoped off was Pody, and not a lot of time left on the clock. They need to find the frags, and so they will. Just holding the angle is Pody. And do they have the time? The answer is a resounding yes. It's 4 for ENCE.
Nothing doing after that 2-man swing down a ramp. They can just focus directly onto this connector position. Pody scoped up. Oh, he gets off the line.
Pody's gonna get tested. He sees the player on stairs. SDY might be the first point of contact, but Pody pixel perfect. As now things are not looking so easy, but with SDY dead, it's a 3-on-3, and the bomb site is in the hands of 500. They pick up the bomb and they're gonna plant it. It's gonna be another retake test for ENCE. They have the kits. They have a few pieces of utility as well, so this still could be a chance for them to claim the round. But good post-plant positioning from 500 as Red Star does some damage, but takes 2 dinks in his dome. 2 Bulgarians left alive, and they're gonna try and stop this defuse. Only touching it, but spell it through the smoke. Oh, that's a good hit. And now might be in trouble, but scoped off was Pody, and not a lot of time left on the clock. They need to find the frags, and so they will. Just holding the angle is Pody. And do they have the time? The answer is a resounding yes. It's 4 for ENCE. Yeah, still looking solid for the side of ENCE as Red Star wants to be a bit aggressive, might even have a chance as he sees Glaive towards short. Now they might even double peek him, double team him, but the swarm comes in from the Bulgarian side as they find the trades needed. Glaive in a pickle, he needs to find a frag, but that's not going to happen. And Nate, you and Kaspersky, what are you going to do in this position? Looking for a frag, but not finding it, and there's the lurk from Oxygen to end this round, finally put a stop to ENCE as 500 fight back.
Holding the line, if Spellin decides to move forward, he could very well be a dead man, but Oxygen making noise in underpass distracts SDY. Okay, the trades are coming in real thick and fast on the A site. For now, 500 have cut pace. Spellin inside connector. So much control given over to the Bulgarians.
Absolutely. So much trouble for ENCE as this CT side needs a multi-frag. Not gonna happen from one of their players. Nate, you with the FAMAS. Well, you want a Frenchman or a French gun. He's gonna search for a multi-kill, and he's gonna find two. Might give himself an opportunity, but now between a rock and a hard place, he's continuing the frag. Only Oxygen remains, and Pody on the rotate. He's coming in, but Nate doesn't need any help as he cleans up the Bulgarians on A site.
You saw him checking all sorts of different angles there, but no support. That was an untradeable frag. SDY takes one back. That was the wounded player from the HE earlier. Oxygen falling, suffocated after all of that. Now the T's are grouping up to hit B, and Glaive is ahead of the smoke. He is absolutely ready. So deep into apartments, he can get so much map control, so much vision, and a two-man spray down from the IGL. That telegraphs the play in a big way, and it seems like ENCE just can't stop winning.
Yeah, though 500, they can plant the bomb. They still have a hope in this one. Two nades at their disposal. ENCE is going to have to do a retake once more, but with a man advantage, it seems a bit more easy. Though a long rotate needs to come in. All three players actually coming from short. I expected at least one to go towards Apps, but Kaspersky takes down Red Star, and it's only right Waker. Let's see what you got. What do you learn in Team Liquid? Searching for the first one, but not finding even one. Multi-frags galore for ENCE as they hit 6. Hold from the side of ENCE, a bit of intel gathered towards mid. Again, 500 are going to want to split the A-bomb site, and the attack starts now. Nice. Nate, you draws for his blood. Now in trouble, the 500 side. Nate, you just needs to stay alive. That's not going to happen. 4v4, and SDY dies. Now, ENCE on the back foot. Now a chance to 500. Maybe an opportunity to bite back as Oxygen wins the duel on mid. Now, there is not a hope in the world for ENCE to retake this.
No, absolutely not. I mean, that was only one prong of the attack. Cirque falling in connector gave them a little bit more confidence than perhaps was warranted. And its defenders starting to crumble. They will start to look for a little bit more exits, but it's clear. In this 2v4, the CTs are just here to cause trouble, not here for the round win. All of 500 staring them down from the defensive line. A-main, Palace. But there's nobody there. There's no contest. A couple upgrades will be had. Maybe more so in the skin department than the gun department. But nonetheless, the CTs will burrow into their spawn and wait to be put back there into the next round. That's a third from 500. And honestly, all they needed to do, right, was hit with pace, multi-prongs, leave Oxygen on the lurk. That catches off Glaive and was a very memorable one. Nateyu, speaking of memorable, is going to have an opportunity to go again. Not successful. Red Star wants to write his own little sonnet. Absolutely glorious on the frags. SDY trying to claw back, but Pody's already been taken out of the picture. This is a Glaive 1v2 attempt. The bomb is going down.
All right, what do you got? The mastermind in a clutch situation against two. Just say what you got and hope that the next round might be a bit more fortuitous. Oh, actually, he's going to save an op, so that's right. Going to give Pody a bit of happiness, of course, in the next round. But 500 keeping themselves alive in the first half. That they might turn to the old faithful unless Glaive gets decapitated, and that's going to happen, bringing us back to a 4v4. Pody, his position already changed. He's ready to take on this B push. Let's see if he's going to have a bit of luck with that. First point of contact will be Red Star, and Pody does not have the luxury of missing as the rotates are not going to be so quick One player actually coming to short, a bit of trouble for the player on A side, but Pody is the main man now as he draws first blood. Rainwaker still making noise on A, and what's the call now for 500? A player coming at their back, but they're going through underpass towards A, and Kaspersky might be in a pickle here. MP9 is gonna have to do it all.
Then they keep throwing Molotovs to delay Pody, but there it is. Cirque drops the bomb. He drops the player stairs. Red Star has fallen, and this is over. 3 kills from Kaspersky. Unbelievable scenes. And would you look at that? ENCE post their 7th in unbelievable fashion. They've basically lost every position possible. SDY, he's going to drop his smoke. He's going to stay burrowed in at the cart. Top of mid is not T control anymore. And they might carpet bomb him plenty of times, but with the flashbang, he's actually extricated. Really nice play from ENCE to take that control and make 500 work for it. But now, Kaspersky needs to continue, and he will. Oxygen brought down by Pody's AWP in a funny angle, but you know Kaspersky had that kill locked up anyway. Dead in multiple fronts. 500, they are looking for a last gasp on this T half. They do not want this scoreline to read 8-4 in favor of their opponents. But it just might.
Pody ready. That op could spell Spellin's doom as the rest 2 players from the side of 500 want to hit A from ramp. Nate, you in trouble. He's going to get taken care of. Now, a bit of trouble for the ENCE side as they lose their opera as well. Glaive tucked in, not able to find anything. And they're falling one by one. It's a 2v2 with 20-ish seconds left on the clock. Kaspersky, he doesn't have the luxury of dying. He needs to stay alive, and same could be said for SDY, but he whiffs his shots, and now again, an individual play necessary from somebody on the side of ENCE for them to take this round. Ooh, he catches the first one, and Red Star is low. This could be a chance for a clutch, and he's had a solid map so far, looking for the next player, but he's tucked in, and Red Star collects 5 for his side. It's going to be a minimal lead for ENCE at the half.
Good here for the T side, going into only 3 players. But Cirque is already on the quick rotate through connectors. Spellin gushed from long range, but there's a double man setup under dark, and it's not fully cleared. Only one has fallen there, and Rainwaker, he's going to try to double up, but the Frenchman has other ideas. Now in a 2-on-2.
Yeah, 2v2, but they can't plant the bomb. They can't even get close to the site. They're going to have to clear at least one of the Bulgarian players if they want to do so. A lot of time left on the clock. Should they decide to do something sneaky and rotate back? Not going to happen, though, just yet. They have a flash on Nate U, but neither player actually have Kevlar, so fighting could be an issue. No. Red Star through the smoke, and Rainwaker, it takes one as well. Nate U and Glaive unable yet to take a rifle, and that could spell trouble for ENCE. Bob at least gets the plant, and Glaive gets a rifle. But they're going to have to still fight an uphill battle as the Bulgarians are readying their retake. They have kits and they have a smoke. As soon as they can, they're going to have to smoke that bomb off. But Glaive finding the first headshot, and that's a good start. Nasty Y, that's a good position, but he whips the spray. Glaive now fires back, brings it back into a 2v2, and takes another one with him. Rainwaker, that's a position you can't get out of, and Glaive getting the 4K. That must feel good for the veteran on land. Should they lose this one, but as expected, though, 4 players residing on A might still spell a chance for them, but 2 of them get taken out, and Rainwaker, that's not great timing as Nate U's gonna get a freebie. Pody finishing things off, and 2 rounds left for ENCE for them to take the first map of this land. Run away with the opposing team's map pick. ENCE, do they want to pick up pace? No, just sending Kaspersky under the window, and Rainwaker sees the play but does not expect a re-swing courtesy of the ENCE player, and that's another +1. Short-lived though, as Cirque finds the trade. SDY through the smoke wants to play, but Red Star ready. And a +1 now for the Bulgarian boys. Ooh, that could spell trouble for Oxygen, but he was ready for that play and finding frags of the Bulgarians. Nate U finally firing back, but Cirque on the prowl. 3 kills so far, but he might toss a wrench into their gears as he takes down one. Nate U with an all-to-do 1v3. Time is on his side, and as he finds one, he might give himself an opportunity here, looking for the next one, but unable to find him. And 500 grasping at their last straw, keeping themselves alive on their pick. Ooh, a good start as ENCE now pick up the pace. They want to split towards A. Red Star might be in trouble, and he has to reposition. The A site now less guarded than at the beginning of the round. Still two players there as Rainwaker strikes from short, gets traded
No
back.
way.
And Nate, you collecting heads. He wants more, and he wants to swing towards CT in Cirque's crosshair. Or let's see if that off is ready. Flashed off and smoked off now. Locked out is the 500 side. Red Star must go for a desperate play, but desperation means a mistake. Only two Bulgarians left, and now Cirque left alone. And they know where he is. They know that he was towards CT spawn. Nate U's gonna collect him, and it's 5 map points ENCE.
Feels desperate. Feels like ENCE have this in the bag. Locked in as Pody takes Rainwaker out for the pick. It's only SMGs and a Deagle left.
Not looking good. It seems that Mirage has said what it's got to say as Kaspersky collects 2. And now they're trying to muster something here. Oxygen gets a frag, and he's going to get an AK for his trouble. But is that enough? Is that even close to enough? Red Star, quick rotate through underpass.
And a whole lot of chips on his shoulder as he's trying to make things happen, make magic happen, to prevent ENCE from stealing away 500's map pick. In what feels like a walkover, Glaive will trade. Red Star in the 1-on-2. Lots of HP. In theory, favoring the sole Bulgarian left on the server. But time is not his ally. Time is not his friend. He has no kit. He'll find the first frag. And there's the spray down. Surely, Kaspersky, he's got the AWP. I don't think it's enough. And there it is. The knife comes out to finish the job. And ENCE will take Mirage.
Oh, yeah. Salt in the wounds of the 500. Gathered for his team. Only one A-side defender, and Glaive just needs to tuck here. Oh, the missed shots, they might cost him, and he's gonna die. But Pody, right place, right time, and it's a 2-for-1 trade for the side. They're gonna let the ball and the frag, and it's find one, looking for the other. A few wit, but it's still alive and battle ready. 3v3, let's see what 500 can do on the as they're already swarming the site. Nate, you found one frag so far, and he's looking for more, but his job is just to stay alive with the bomb planted. Keep their heads cool as Nate U collects Cirque's dome. Though he gets traded back right away. Not a lot of time left on the clock, but another ENCE player is down. Kaspersky, all eyes on him. Good for one, but no time to defuse the bomb. It's going to be the first round for ENCE.
Yeah, the firewall did its job there. Kaspersky is going to be able to guarantee the ENCE pistol win. And, you know, 500, they had a very advantaged fight there. It almost... This looks like a good for a 500 CT forced by victory if they can maintain composure on the A site, because that's exactly where ENCE are moving towards. With only 45 seconds left, SDY, a very impactful opener, but now he's tagged by the scout. How much more damage can Spellin do? The swing is here. So many defenders. So far, it's a 1-for-1 trade, and Pody's found Oxygen elsewhere on the lurk. Now Red Star feels the pressure. He has to rotate over, thinking that that's where the bomb is going to go, and maybe it is, because right here, right now, Glaive is starting to peel away.
Yeah, but SDY still lurking in that smoke, did not have the courage to peek through it. The Red Star finds one frag, and SDY collects the freebie on Spellin. They know where that M4 is, and they can play around it, but they need to collect the bomb first, and that might spell trouble. Smoke down, and Red Star... He's going to gamble towards A. That gamble might pay off. So little time left on the clock as they're going to need to hurry up and find the frag, and they do on time. A good call for ENCE. Not struggling to plant the bomb, rather killing the player that is left. Let's see, a few upgraded pistols on the side of 500 as one gets taken down. That's the SMG in play. Spellin, good timing, not good aiming as SDY turns and collects. It's a two-man advantage against the pistols. And a Deeg is going to have to do its work. Not going to be in the hands of Oxygens as Cirque falls as well. Red Star 1v5, not going to happen today, my friend, as ENCE knock on the door of their third round.
It's looking real good so far for ENCE. Nice and clean, losing only one member, the aforementioned Pody, tagged earlier by the HEs. Maybe to a lesser extent A. The utility's going to come in and potentially bait them out. That's going to open up SDY for the flank.
Yeah, but what is the plan for SDY? He's so far apart from his teammates. Spellin might take him down, but SDY quicker on the trigger. Left on 25 HP, but that's inconsequential. Cirque finally fires back, but still a man advantage for ENCE. 30 seconds left as Glaive slithers toward A, and only Cirque remains towards CT spawn. 1v3 needs to tie up loose ends, and that
And it's definitely a possibility here, and I think ENCE are making a very strong argument. And Cirque, on the other hand, not making a strong argument, but won't quite. Maybe they can find some repose. AWP onto Cirque. Burrowed in short. Opportunity for a pick. Instead, it's Red Star that opens us up. But now with Cirque dead already, a second kill in the latest edition. Man, that's impact. Rainwaker, top of mid. They're crunching onto them, and Pody cannot do a thing. So there is still a sign of life. 500. Letting out a sigh of relief after that one.
Might give them a lifeline in this round. The HE grenade only touching Kaspersky a little bit. Though Cirque knocks him down for a +2 for his team.
Yeah, Spider Sense is tingling. Positive KD with all the saving. Not a lot of action has befallen Cirque. He'll leg glaive, which is good impact. Oh, still ends up taking Rainwaker's head. Almost looked dangerous for a second there, but Natio on the flank, SDY as well. The double op setup maybe baited them towards Cirque, and the fire will burn him alive, but he found a third frag in the round. SDY, this would be a 1-on-4 with the first found. He puts the bomb down, but only enough to bait out some action. He's actually found 2 immediately and suffocating 500. This was a 4 versus 1, and it's now down to the final duel.
How has this happened? SDY 5 HP in a dream, but Spellin good timing to proceed from short, looking for the frag. He just needs to blow at him, and SDY will fall. Let's see if he can clutch. As you said, 1v4 not gonna happen as Spellin maintains a lifeline for his team.
Last round, but ENCE, they learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, and Dust 2 is so difficult to play on CT side. When you lose just one player, you get in trouble. You need to go for a desperate play. Cirque needs to make a good one, and that's 2. But is 2 good enough, as 2 players on his side are the only ones that stand between ENCE and 8. And still a lurk there for ENCE, as they can consider a different approach, a bit of a slower approach on long, trying to bait the 500 players.
You have to start asking yourself is how long before you consider the CT infiltration. Persky here. Oh, he's got to control the spray, and that's not going to be it. Not how ENCE wanted to get onto the site, but they will nonetheless. Spellin, damage dealt to him. Not enough for the HE to do a single thing, but still control here in the 2-on-2. Nachu knows exactly where Rainwaker is coming. Oh, he's still brought down. Glaive, can you do it? Can you clutch up 1v2? Found the first. Spellin on such low HP. Oh, he's toying with them. The pistol might be out by now. And indeed it is. The IGL battle, it's prolonged, it's awkward. It's not what you were hoping for with the highlight package. But he's giving him haircut after haircut, and eventually Spellin has to fall. That's an 8th for ENCE.
We can't say it was pretty, we can't say it was good looking, but you can see Glaive just laughing it off as he collects another round for his team. It's 8 for ENCE.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them try to attack both places. Glaive cut down by Rainwaker, and sure, the trade is there, but Spellin very close, not cleared by a Molotov, and that's what happens when you play contact. 500 getting maybe a little bit lucky here. Oxygen's head is off.
And that's
now
big.
All of a sudden, this is B.
That's huge as Nate collects the head. They can plant the bomb with SDY still on the lurk. And Spellin on 11. SDY will take him down. Cirque does not have the luxury of missing a shot, but he's getting spammed from both angles. SDY collects Red Star, and he's going to get number 3 in this round. It's another round that goes to the hands of ENCE.
SDY looking unplayable here. And it's so sad. 500 had an opportunity, and now they've lost oxygen at the beginning of this one. The spawn working out for SDY.
Everything seems to be working out for them, though 2 kills, 3 rather, go into the hands of 500. Maybe a straw to grasp, maybe a chance to use. SDY wants to make a play, but Red Star shuts him down, and it's only Kaspersky. 1v3, bomb on his back, and enough time left on the clock for him to play around this.
Into the wall. There it is. All right. ENCE will be held at an arm's length at 9, but that is still a crushing first half. 500. They at least score the last one, but they really need to rally. They need to show up to Prague. And Dooley's on his back if they pop through. There it is. Good teamwork already, and the spray comes on through. Can he get more than one? The answer is yes. And look at that. Just like you like, 2 headshots from the Doolies.
Yeah, and that's a good start as the dualies collect two. Now the Bulgarians need to fire back, but again, Kaspersky dealing damage. The USP's coming into play, but a lot of damage dealt toward the side of ENCE. Even though it's a two-man disadvantage for 500, they still have a chance, though SDY still collecting frags, even though he's on low HP. Again, finding the head. Spellin finally with an answer, but with an all to do in this pistol round. And the bomb, look at where it is. Or rather, he might get a chance to collect it, but the CTs are swarming in, and there's so many of them. He's going to have to be quick and find a way to isolate these duels. Looks for the first, but not able to find it as ENCE get to double digits.
Everybody was so low, so wounded. You almost thought maybe Spellin can go for the ace clutch in the pistol. But we're playing Counter-Strike, so let's see how well they can do on that. Pody, he's salivating versus these pistols. Oh. And the first is found, second as well, yeah.
Pretty.
Mow them all down. Delicious. Nate2 finishing it off, and
push towards long comes in as Spellin finds one. SDY good on the trade, but nowhere to run as they're going to re-peek him and destroy his head. That's an advantage for 500 and a good chance of collecting around a scout, an MP9, and an M4. What stands against them and number 4.
Yeah, I thought you were going to tell a walk into the bar joke. 500 are going to grab a round here, most certainly. Nate2 will be able to trade out. Rainwaker's AK upgraded for the Frenchman. And now a 2-on-3. It looks like they're still interested. I mean, why not? You've got so much confidence with such a bank of rounds to work with. Kaspersky looking around. He sees Cirque jumping around with that scout. Remember, 2 AKs have been picked into this round by 500, so it's not like this is a force buy from. We'll continue after this short break, this intermission where 500 decide what to do.
Well, at least that's a chance as they start things off well on their T side, collecting, well, at least.
Plenty of room for ENCE to find a little bit of action, a little bit of control. Stave off this attack on the A site long enough for Kaspersky to get into a nice position. Glaive has a duel against Rainwaker, isn't going to end up winning. That applies a lot of pressure, and SDY dropping 2 is going to be even more so. 500, they trade Nate2 out, and this is a 1-on-3. He swings out, but it's not fast enough. Cirque, the correction, the turret.
And that'll make things just a little bit more difficult for 500. Rainwaker again on the backstab, finding Pody once more. And this is not feeling good for ENCE. A bit awkward for them to do anything here. Rainwaker just W gaming as he collects one more. Finishing touches on this round as ENCE are locked out. But 3-on-3. Not enough time for them to mount a retake, but definitely a good chance for them to take some of these guns, make it easier for themselves in the next round, and a jumping headshot for Nate2 will make him collect the M4.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Nate2 on the MP9 is like a sleeper supervillain. It's crazy how many frags he comes away with on these ecos, on these forces. Most notably, second round after losing the pistol, you put Nate2 on the MP9, you can almost guarantee you got a really good chance. Funneling 500 towards short.
Yeah, M4's holding the A site. Can they do it though as Glaive misses his shots? Kaspersky dead. SDY good for 1, and Glaive needs to go back, but Pody still interested, sniffing around the site. Miss flick, he needs to reposition. And 500, they're gonna get the plan. It's gonna be a 3-on-3 retake.
Yeah, 500 do well to shuffle the bomb onto a high HP player. Rainwaker would have been felled by that HE. Op posted towards long, but nobody's there. Nobody's even in pit. Rotations are going to come much closer to that box. It'll be Pody, and it'll be Glaive. Nate2 coming in from CT spawn. He's going to self-boost, and he does end up finding... Oh, Glaive ends up finding Rainwaker. That lessens up the pressure. Nate2 can absolutely move through here, but there's no time for the defuse at this point. They can't get up fast enough. Nate2 can only hope to kill every single member of 500, but they've got money for days, and that's a 9th for the Bulgarians.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good for ENCE. They fought bravely, but it wasn't enough, even though 2 players left alive. Another round goes to the...
Looking unplayable as he mantles up. Cirque. Oh, he has him. Hook, line, and sinker. Kaspersky penetrated by that op shot, perforated as they're looking to find plenty of map control towards long. That keeps Nachu burrowed in towards B. There's almost no way that ENCE can comfortably move towards the A site and stack unless they're admitting it's just a gamble.
ENCE needs a multi-kill, and that's what won them Mirage. Plenty of rounds won by heroism of their players, but not gonna happen from the captain. As Pody knows he's under threat from long, needs to go deeper towards short. It's gonna be another 500 roundless. Pody can make a multi-frag happen, missed shot. And now they know the Opera's position. Now they can hunt him down. A lot of trouble, and Nate, or rather, yeah, Nate, can he help him? The answer is no. Did manage to get the frag, but Cirque, good positioning, as only one round separates these two teams. 7 in a row won by 500. Do they want to pick up pace? The answer seems to be yes, as Oxygen already in pit has a chance to find a multi-kill. Oh, that was perfect. That was beautiful as Glaive hits the deck and need to pull back. And another +1 for 500, finding a way once more to get the edge, though Spellin gonna get blown away, but still a 4v4 that favors the T side.
It depends on how active ENCE get from this position. Pody posting up long, he finds Oxygen, that's impact. Exactly what they need, as Cirque is on the other site, not able to contest, but SDY getting way too ahead of his britches there. SDY is gonna be felled, and now we've got Pody holding short. An angle you'd say favors him. Is that where 500 want to go?
And 500 just waiting for ENCE to make a misstep. They could catch them off guard. Rainwaker in trouble as he gets double teamed. Again, the advantage for ENCE, and Pody using this timing might be able to catch Red Star off guard. Nice. Now the only Bulgarian left alive, and a bomb quite far away.
Oh, no.
Pody just needs to stay alive, and he's doing just that as he pulls back towards A. It could be a 1v1, but he doesn't have a smoke to cut off CT spawn. Looking for the flag and tapping away at Kaspersky. He knows where the last player is. And there's the clutch from Red Star that saves 500 and equalizes the tie. 500 saving themselves on Dust 2. Glaive, good position going through the smoke, but should he die, that's just gonna make it easier for 500. Glaive does not have the luxury of dying. Kaspersky tucked in. Will they check him? That's the question. They took care of SDY. Kaspersky only good for 1. Glaive on the rotate needs to find something. He needs to give them a lifeline in this round. Otherwise, it's 500 all the way as they complete the comeback. Destroy ENCE on their pick. It was 11-3, and 500 taking 10 in a row unless Nate, you and Pody can make magic happen, but that does not seem to be in the realm of possibility. 2 grenades at their disposal. They're going to use them right now, but they're going to need to find the kills. Otherwise, we're going to map number 3 in the opener on this land. So many angles to check in. A Bulgarian on each guarding it. The Frenchman not waving the white flag just yet, still trying to do something, but there is no time, there is no chance. 500 making it work, and we're going to the decider.
Going to the decider indeed.
We're going to start with this pistol as ENCE are trying to find a way to bite back after losing 10 rounds in a row on their own map pick in the previous Dust 2 that was played. Now it's Ancient's turn to show what it's got. Red Star might be in trouble. They're firing on him, but still alive. Finding one, looking for more. Not able to do so as he's traded back. Still a lot of CT presence toward this site, so it's not going to be easy for ENCE to get through as Cirque does damage. That might be enough. Rainwaker takes care of Nate Yu in the main position, and now ENCE, is this attack crumbling? That's the question. Glaive, that fadeaway headshot gives them a bit of breathing room in this round.
Ooh, and you look at this. They cut noise, they slow things down, and immediately 500 abandon the A-bomb site. If Glaive has the wherewithal, if he can look for all of these potential lurks, Rainwaker might get cut short, and Glaive is watching, but that's the bomb as well. A very important duel. Rainwaker immediately doubling back. He'll burrow into where he found his first frag of the round, and this is going to be a slow pistol indeed, but certainly not without action. 40 seconds remain on the clock.
Now, let's see what the plan is for ENCE. Do they want to wrap back around to the same site they try to attack? Is it consequential that Spellin has a kit? That's also one of the questions, but ENCE need to plant the bomb first, and Rainwaker will be tested. Let's see if Glock can do some work as Glaive hits the deck, and now they need to check this position. Not a lot of time left on the clock for ENCE to clear. Spellin just jiggling, just making choices. Rainwaker collects another frag and a 4K to start things out.
That ENCE brought into the last map. A lot of flashbangs and a lot of utility blanketing the middle of the site, but it ends up going ENCE's way. Spellin, though, a fadeaway jumping shot. He's going to take Kaspersky out of the picture. Now we've got a 3-on-3, but you'd still say ENCE have a bit of an advantage. Oh, especially now, Oxygen running out of breath. Glaive will take his head. 2v3. This round has gone haywire very quickly. 500 still have a small chance. The bomb has not even been retrieved yet.
Yeah, the next kill could prove to be crucial. Should Spellin or Cirque, for that matter, find the correct timing, they might still have a chance in this. And Cirque wants to fight towards mid. Pody quite deep. He's going to collect the frag. Might get traded back right away, but now Spellin left alone, but they don't know about his position. This could still spell danger for ENCE. Should he manage to catch them off guard, though? Spellin caught off guard himself. They know where he is, and they'll take care of him. ENCE finally cutting this streak of 500. His teammates close, but they're cut off by that smoke. Now the attack begins. Spellin destroyed. Nate catches him off guard. Red Star not spamming the smoke just yet. 30 HP on him. And do they even want to commit to this round?
The answer is yes, especially with that incendiary kill. Nateyu burning to a crisp after planting the bomb. This is a 3-on-3, and Pody's found 2 in the smoke. You can't step to this man. Phasing that smoke was a horrible idea. Now Rainwaker caught between a rock and a hard place. A second round for ENCE. They tie us up beautifully.
Only one round separating these two teams as 500 are back on a bye. A few pieces of utility missing, though. They're going to have to put these guns to good use as they are easily taking control of mid. ENCE want to strike towards A. Not going to be an easy job for Spellin as he's cut off by that smoke. ENCE can already plant the bomb. Though Spellin, that's a forward position as they take one frag. Still a player with presence, but Pody through the smoke once more gives his team a short-lived advantage as Cirque takes care of Nateyu. So many trades going in, and finally 500 disengaging. They're going to leave ENCE with a little bit of breathing room.
They have one flashbang to make this retake a possibility, but little do they know, ENCE are not committing to the site. A bamboozle here as ENCE are leaving Pody, who might not be playing around the smokes himself, but definitely a smoke criminal of his own kind. Just a different genre, spraying so many players through that. Cirque holding for him, but it doesn't matter. This man cannot be stopped. The Finn from ENCE Academy proving his worth. Now, in 2v3, the lurk comes around. Kaspersky will finish the job. Nail in the coffin. Oxygen, can you escape? You can gracefully exit stage left, but instead he wants to force the issue, and that's ill-fated for a 4th round for ENCE.
Ooh, Spellin.
Not it. Pody. Ooh, he's already going to cut this short. Oxygen, good for a trade, but Pody doubles up the Finn. Striking hot. The iron is Red Star trying to force the issue and stay alive ahead of the smoke in mid, but he's likely to come up against multiple Ts. ENCE are a disciplined team on Ancient so far.
Very disciplined. Not giving 500 a lot of space, even with the man advantage. Red Star needs to find a multi-kill. Bad spacing from ENCE. We talked about their discipline, not showing it right now as Red Star somehow still alive, pulling back and finding a frag.
Wow.
That should not have happened. It's a 2-on-2, and it's an active round now for 500.
Yeah, that was absolutely catastrophic. That was a 4 versus 3 where they had a lot of impetus to move forward on the map, and now 500 are the ones being active while the T's park. This could very well be something in favor of Glaive and company. He's currently clearing a whole lot of angles towards that short position, and that's exactly where Rainwaker is coming up forward, but oh, that's not the aimer you want, looking for those headies. It's Cirque and Rainwaker on the other side. Business end of the Frenchman's gun, not good enough for more than one. Cirque down by 3 rounds and moving ahead of a lot of utility. Noise made. Pody knows Oxygen is there. They have a sneaking suspicion that Spellin might be as well. Oh, is the trade coming? No.
Oh, that's
it's a
nice.
2-man advantage now for 500.
That's a good setup for 500. Bait and switch that. Now still a chance for ENCE. Can they take care of Red Star, though? He just needs to find one, and that should be enough. Good positioning. They don't expect him a chance to swing and not gonna find anything. Only damage dealt to Nateyu. There's a chance still for ENCE. As Glaive took care of Red Star, now the CTs are coming in, but no numbers left on them as Glaive collects Cirque as well and saving themselves seemingly, but Spellin taking the clutch, and that's 4 for 500.
Wow. Well, they're now moving over towards the A site, and CTs have rotated to accept them with open arms. Red Star might be the first point of contact here, but there's enough on quick rotations. You can always retake the A site. Comes down to how much Glaive can sell this. He's steady, throws the smoke, and starts to move up towards this short position. Red Star finds Nachu. Lackluster awareness on where he might be, and even multi-frags. Pody, the only one left alive to plant the bomb. He has to get out of there. Rainwaker pressured in Donut. Cirque held at an arm's length. This is a dirty mid-round here.
Absolutely. Rainwaker takes care of Glaive, and they know where the last player is. So many Bulgarians around Pody. Had he found that one, it probably would have been inconsequential anyway. It'll
be an op-on-op battle here, but SDY might be the first one to fall.
Yeah, Cirque ready with that big green. How fast are you? He didn't click, and that's going to cost him his life. Red Star managed to find a frag, and so did Rainwaker. That's an advantage for 500, but ENCE have found a foothold to the site. Bomb planted. It's going to have to be a post-plant play, and they're swarming now, but Nate finding the kill. Pody falling. That's a good trade from 500. They can be happy with that. As they have kits, they have time. It's not against them just yet, and SDY so low. He is going to have to beat Pixel Perfect, sees the shadow, finds the frag, somehow still living is SDY. Finally, they can take care of him. Nate U 1v1, but Oxygen, he's going to tie up the scoreline at the half. 500, keeping themselves alive on map number 3.
A map like Ancient can be very tricky to figure out where your opponents are coming from, and the smoke landing towards A is a little bit of a fluke, but Glaive's shot is anything but. Caught off guard by the side rail, but Kaspersky still here to try to hold him at an arm's length.
Yeah, how will he be able to do so? In the smoke, just waiting. Doesn't have the courage, but look at that. Cirque through the smoke. Oh, that was beautiful from 500 as they take a man advantage in a post-plant position. Smoke not on the bomb is going to be toward Donut. Pody takes care of the opposing team's offer. Still a chance for ENCE, but they're going to have to speed it up. Just touching that diffuse, not doing anything other than that, and that's gonna bait them out as SDY collects 2. They know where the last one is. The 2 players are gonna swarm him, and ENCE collect the pistol in the second half.
Oh man, everything onto SDY there. Pody helps to clean up. Nachu throwing his body at the problem as well.
Let's see if the defenders are ready to rotate, so are going to be quick. 500 might get caught off guard. This is not going to be looking pretty as Spellin might die. And almost Nate U catches him. Oxygen opens up the site though, and now ENCE on the back foot as they're struggling to get near the site. Oxygen takes care of Glaive as well. Bomb planted. Round could be over given the fact that Nate U is so low.
Oh yeah, he's going to get dropped through the wall. Pody's still hunting, especially with SDY finding that kill. In the back of the squad, Pody now pushing through. He clears the bomb site, but Red Star only brought down to 40 health. This is still doing SDY, not able to double up. Round 16 was not their friend, and they drop every single player with 2 left alive in a bomb plant. 500 have invested well, and they're charging down SDY, but he's good for the first catch, and he even had some backup, but maybe it's not required. Besides soaking up some bullets, Pody and Nachu have not offered much. It's only SDY holding the site back. 4 kills to his name. And in the 1-on-2, it doesn't matter. It's all the Ukrainian.
Now the attack begins, but can they take the site? Glaive waiting, gets decapitated by Spellin. Pody on the rotate, Kaspersky there, but the CTs are felled. It's a 2v2 as Oxygen relieves some of the pressure. SDY knows he must fight. He must catch Cirque, and he does. Will he stick the defuse, though? The answer seems to be a resounding yes. Oxygen on the pink. SDY again with magic. 9 kills in 2 rounds as he makes it work for ENCE.
Break it they have to. Kaspersky exposed in cave, might get run down through that smoke. Instead, he goes nuclear, and Glaive's there to relieve the pressure, saving Kaspersky after the 2 MP9 kills. Oh, it's all crumbling for 500 at the 11th hour on Ancient. A miraculous comeback, but now they would need a second one in a row. And this is going to be 12 for ENCE, almost certainly. 2v5. The pressure is mounting, and Cirque is falling. It's only Rainwaker standing between them and map series point. ENCE have got it.
Oh yeah, they missed it on the previous map, but they have...
Be a miraculous kill. Nice little crossfire between Donut and SDY's Cubby. Continues to hold mid, and HU dodging that spray, just watching Cave. Red Star and Rainwaker, the 2-star riflers for this 500 lineup, are gonna need to go big.
Oh, SDY strikes again, but now he's in trouble. 500, they're gonna swarm him. SDY tries to escape, and finally, they fell him. 2-man advantage now for the side of 500. But look at the bomb. Glaive, he's not gonna expect it, and Cirque will take care of him. That could have been crucial had Glaive found that frag. Nate Yu, he did some miraculous stuff in this best of 3. Not gonna see anything from the Frenchman in this round as 500.
Cash is still in their back pocket for some kind of investment. I'm guessing at least one MP9 will be a part of it, but first he can drop Pody the AWP, and that's all they need to continue posting up these very terrifying CT holds.
Yeah, still 4 more opportunities for ENCE to end this. You can bet
every single CT member here, but they're aggressing. Glaive, Red Star out. He has a rifle support. Wing is ill-advised from Oxygen. Oh, Red Star's caught out. So is Cirque. FDY clone spectacular fashion with a 3K spray down on ramp. The clear map MVP. Nate Yu was at his coach.